consumed by the household.
So if the township bought every household the second in, or 80% of the households?
We got to quantify the bit over 5 years as well, so you're $2 per month, $2.75 per month. So per unit
$4,812.50 per month.
times 5 years.
Times 12.
And that's if they're, I don't know how much Republic's price increase was yearly. If we were at 3.5, so it just depends.
$288,750 difference over the life of the contract. More than $250,000.
So by the time we got to the end of this contract, the difference would be almost $5 per stop per month.
Because every year it goes up a little bit.
So I think ours incrementally year over year was less than what they were doing. And
by year 5, just to be, I have it right in front of me, so by year 5, GFL would still be less than year 1 of Republic. Just for comparison.
Yeah. And we're just, I appreciate what Kevin does. They've been around here. They've been a great competitor of ours and in this area a long time. But just for instance, in this area, we do Fraser Township. They're extremely satisfied with what we've been doing. City of Essexville in Bay County, they're extremely happy. City of Pinconning, Williams, all these people, and we're working with these people, township offices. We have a ops, either myself or my ops manager, Mike, is in the office making relationships with these people each week. So we stop in, we visit sites, we're making sure our guys are running safe, have what they need. So we almost call the people we work with in these municipalities, friends. We talk to them so much. We talk to them multiple times a week. So you get more than, we try to give them you a great price as well, but you get more than that too. You get personalized, and just put on Beaver. They're happy with what we're doing. Fraser and all them guys. So we're all local. It's just like a lot of these other guys are. We're just here grinding it out every day for you guys.
So if someone drops a couch at the corner and we call you, is there an additional fee?
You don't have to call. We just pick it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'd like to see the contracts for both.
It's in, I submitted a contract.
Yeah.
I'm looking at,
Yeah, these are just summations here, so
Summations,
that
but I'd like
gives
to-
us an example.
I understand that, but I would like to see,
It was in the package, I got a copy of it.
I may not have,
We didn't receive that.
It was in the package.
Yeah. We only received like the pricing sheets. The rest of it is probably put away
no,
somewhere.
and,
A lot of money.
but my personal view on it is until I have a chance to review it line item by line item and actually look at it in a logistical standpoint and a financial standpoint, I'm not ready to make a decision on it because I want to review the numbers on both sides of the coin. That's just, I'm sorry, that's just the way that I am. Granted, I understand it's just trash, but when it comes to reviewing contracts and understanding every line item on a contract, if you're buying a car, don't you want to understand every line item on a contract? I do.
They don't have the 5-year plan on all of these.
But it's not just about a 5-year plan.
Well,
It's about the subtext, and it's about what this contract says and what this one doesn't. It's about every line item that goes into the contract. And I'm not saying I don't trust you, sir.
I got a copy of it, what I submitted in the bid.
When is the contract up? When does that?
And
March.
their fiscal year.
Okay.
So we can, since he hasn't been privy to the contracts, we want to propose to the bill pay meeting and then would that?
I would prefer to wait, Mike, until I've had a chance to review the contracts.
Did you have a contract in there?
I don't. I can send a sample contract. Yeah.
So make the motion.
I make a motion to hold until I can have a chance to review the contracts.
Yeah, we cater our contracts to whatever the municipality requests of us. So it's just basically what we're agreeing upon is
Thank
that we're going to provide a service over 5 years, and you pay that price, and pretty much what's stated here. So yeah, I can send a sample.
Please do.
Yes, appreciate that.
I second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
So when is the next meeting?
2 weeks.
Oh, that's, you think, if we have
needs-
enough
you
time,
can't
yeah, no, I
We have to do budget. You can't do budget if you don't know what you're gonna pay.
We got an idea. We'll go with the high one.
We have lots of tabled items that need to go on agendas.
Well, I have a bit of a drive. I appreciate everyone's time
Thank you so much
tonight,
for your time, sir.
and thank you so much.
Thank you for being available, to answer questions.
Okay, number 10, 2026 poverty exemption.
This was submitted by the assessor,
I make the motion to accept the poverty exception.
Second, I'll second. Roll call, Whalen,
Yes.
Pacino,
yes,
Walden,
Yes.
Eddie, yes, Campbell.
Yes.
Past due bills. Okay, Brian, this is where we want to add that 5,000. is that-
Yeah, just in the off chance that there's more bills I find inside my illustrious office over the next 3 or 4 days, I'm asking for a $5,000 increase to what I've already outlined being spent this week. That way we can just go ahead and pay them, be done with it, and move on.
I'll make a motion for the 5,000 to add to that to make sure that it all gets caught up. Make it second.
Second.
Roll call, Whalen,
Yes.
Shano,
yes,
Campbell,
Yes.
Eddie, yes, Walden.
Yes. Thank you.
Code enforcement ordinance amendment.
so according to the current ordinance that we have, there are very specific people, I do believe there was an email about this received as well, that was sent on the 10th. There are only certain people that the ordinance allows to sign citations when there is a zoning violation. And unfortunately, we do have a zoning violation, and the person that should be signing the citation has refused. So our
Who's that?
law firm, the law firm has actually recommended that we do some additional signers by amending that ordinance so that we can make sure that a citation is issued for a clear violation that took place.
Can you show me the proof that I have refused? Because I am fully in support of doing the citation, but when I read the confidential email here, it does not state to do so. It says before issuing a citation, shall notify the alleged violator by first class certified mail.
Did you do that? Did you do that? Notify them?
No.
So
It
we
says
can take
for board
any action.
approval.
Did you submit that for the agenda?
You guys have 170 here on the agenda. If you're gonna accuse me of something that I didn't do,
Well, you said that you wouldn't sign it, from what
I
I
never said I wouldn't
understand.
sign it. I wanna talk to the lawyer. You guys have not allowed me to talk to the lawyer
We
about
told you
this.
to bring things forward on the agenda, but you've called them many times without board approval. And then said that
Well,
you
you guys
can't
just
talk
did
to them.
Friday without board approval.
No, we were talking about a question that was already approved by the board, which is outlined in the email we received from the attorney today.
I'll tell you, these resolutions you guys created are nothing but a circle jerk around the laws, and they take away my statutory duties, and it did the clerks, and that's what put us in these hardships. And this is nothing but BS. And the stuff that's gone on with 170 South Huron, there's a lot that went wrong with what we did and what he did. So, I see this as nothing but a smoke screen.
Now, make a motion to have the lawyer be the code enforcement officer for the township. From
To
here
have
moving forward.
signatory rights.
Have signatory rights.
I'll second
We're
that.
gonna do that every time.
We got extra money.
They got lots of money.
Yeah. To pay their lawyer.
Well, we're just talking, we don't have a budget.
Yeah.
If we can't pay our bills, we don't have money. We have a special assessment coming, but we keep going to the lawyer
Yeah.
for everything. And every time you go, you gotta pay him.
I think somebody should
Do your
FOIA all the
jobs.
lawyer bills.
We're paying you to be in these meetings, do the
Well-
job.
Yeah.
Jeez.
If he would sign a citation as was spelled out.
Do a motion for
then
one
we
of you
don't.
two, or somebody else on
That
the
is
board
what
to do
we were
that.
trying to
No, you didn't, you
discuss.
said the lawyer.
I didn't
Not
say
that
one
was the motion
person,
that
not
he
one
said.
person came to me to do this.
About what? Signing a citation?
Yeah. I did just 2 days ago.
I gave you a copy of an email,
Charles, he can't tell the truth.
so
He
it doesn't
can't.
sound like that.
Here's the deal. Recommended to the lawyer was assign a township member to sign the stuff if the supervisor refuses, who is noted to sign it. He also received the emails that said, please do A, B, and C and follow up.
Did you read this stuff?
He looked at it differently and refused to sign it. And when we talked to the lawyer, they said he refused to sign it. Why? That is one of his
Why don't
responsibilities
you
as
have
a
him call
township.
me? Oh, because that would be too much. It would take and give the
Brad,
supervisor.
you are in
some hours.
contact with him weekly.
Bull crap.
Why
An
haven't you
email?
snuck that question in? So we are trying to do the best to stay out of more lawsuits. It's not permanent.
This is all this board. I'm sorry.
And this is
This
supposed to
is
be better
ridiculous.
than the
I'm gonna
last
sell
board.
tickets to other
no,
townships
it's
to come
not.
to this shit.
Oh.
This stuff
Yeah.
is funny.
Great.
There's nothing funny about what's going on.
This is ridiculous.
It is.
We're paying
It
all
is
these
fine.
special meetings. I have a question. How do you guys get paid? Per meeting or like a yearly salary?
These two get paid for special meetings more.
Man, what do we have in December? 6? 5?
No, there was 28 for the whole year, 25.
There was quite a few. I came to
Do
2
you
in
know?
December.
And most of those were called by the supervisor.
He
So,
called him, not me.
Yeah.
And he called him in the middle of the day half the time.
Who came up with the bill pay meeting?
Can we just move
Previous
on?
board.
That was a different.
Can we just move on?
Okay, code enforcement
Not gonna do any good
ordinance
to move on
amendment.
anyway.
Do you want to change the motion that's on the floor? That's
Do we
completely
want
up
to make
to
it
you.
any trustee can sign?
Well, why would you pay a lawyer to do it?
If you would like to
You're-
amend your
you
You
motion.
would not
Somebody
come
get a
close to
kickback.
believing what we paid lawyers to do
Okay, I'll
FOIAs.
withdraw my motion. You make a motion.
Okay.
FOIAs.
Yeah,
A
if you
motion-
guys were honest,
A
we would be,
motion to modify.
Excuse me, he sent the FOIAs.
Okay, Charlie, hold on. A motion to modify the code enforcement ordinance to amend it to allow any Board of Trustees member to sign a citation.
Second.
Roll call vote. DeShano,
Yes.
Walden,
Yes.
Eddie, no. Whalen,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
170 South Huron Road.
We are reporting back that we have been advised by our legal to do 3 citations, and that was pre-December. So, my ignorance, I thought the supervisor would follow up with it. He did not. Charles did pay it forward and asked him to, and then when we were informed that he was not signing it, he did not talk to the lawyer. Trust goes both ways, and he has a written document from the lawyer. So that's why number 12 happened.
There is actually a request from the attorney from that email, which I know you were provided with again, that requested specific documentation to be provided. Some of that is internal communications that only you have possession of. So there was no action taken on that further. Therefore,
Internal
we need to move
communications on what?
on that whole situation. Those were requested by the attorney in that email.
You're the one who came into the office of the clerk, me and you said, don't give such and such his FOIA, Steve Dennis his FOIA.
That's not what
And
I
the
said.
folder was sitting there that you complained that Janie allowed him to take pictures of his own folder.
No, Jamie, without talking to anybody else, allowed a complete folder to be copied after we'd been informed that he had an attorney. That is just bad practice. That does not mitigate damage.
Was there a lawsuit?
That is something that needed to be checked on, not decided by the front desk person to provide that information if there was a pending lawsuit, pending litigation going either way. That should not have been decided by the front desk person. That's called mitigating damage.
Damn,
And there
Mr.
should have been a
Shano.
conversation.
When it comes down to it, when I was in a lawsuit with the Township of Calcallan, I
Right.
bet you there's hundreds of emails between me and you on your personal email about the
Oh, that's
lawsuit
really
even.
cute. That's really cute. You send all kinds of things to people and then try to get them caught up like they're involved in
Truth be
something because
told.
you're sending stuff. That's what
Truth
you
be
do.
told,
So,
while I'm a
good golly.
citizen,
What
Well,
are
except-
the 3 citations? Because you said there was 3. What are they?
that, right now, that's legal information.
okay, so 170 South Huron.
I don't know that there's anything to vote on. I think that was
Okay.
just.
No, that
an
was
informative
discussion.
thing.
So number
Okay.
14, let's hear it, supervisor actions.
You have repeatedly lied to the board and the public about contacting a lawyer to the terms of thousands and thousands of dollars. You have sent FOIAs when the clerk was the FOIA. You said beforehand, Kayla was the FOIA coordinator. You have sent FOIAs personally, picking and choosing. You also sent FOIAs to multiple lawyers, and I can't figure out how that happened. The same FOIA we've probably got almost $1,000 into, and that's just to do with you. None of us involved. We just got brung into it.
Which one's that?
That would be the Charles Campbell FOIA.
The one that I told you there was, I felt collusion behind it because of all of the
You feel collusion with
resolutions.
everything.
Well, when you can prove it. pretty
It's
easily.
proved. You sent it to the lawyer, and when you didn't like the answer, you send it to another lawyer.
You guys were taking and shifting lawyers with, I wasn't even in town.
I know you've been using them both, and then you blame us for running up the charges.
I think somebody should FOIA all of those bills and see who run up the charges.
And I think someone has, and that will get gone through in the FOIA stack. It has been FOIA. There's 30, at least FOIAs that haven't been answered.
30?
I imagine there's a lot in the book, isn't there?
There's
30?
a
What
bunch.
is it?
I've got 3,800 emails that I haven't even had a chance to answer yet because 98% of my freaking inbox is spam.
So,
That's
moving
why I would
forward,
get back to a lot of your FOIAs. and
supervisor's
that goes all the way
actions
to
and
the
lying
beginning
to
of
the
December.
board
But they never
and
went
lying
into
to
spam
the
before.
township about not conducting
They go to an
business with a
inbox.
lawyer. You actually said, I can't even call a lawyer, I have to call the MTA. And I get home and you had talked to the lawyer literally 2 hours earlier.
How many
An
times,
emergency
Brian,
call.
since your resolution went in, have I talked verbally to the lawyer? How many?
I don't know other emails and talks, but we get charged all the same.
Till you shifted this stuff, it never changed and there was never bills like
Brad,
this.
all these resolutions are a direct reflection of your,
Special assessment
supervision.
district, you had $5,900 worth of you requesting the lawyer to show up at all the meetings for special assessment district. You.
yes.
Yeah.
So the people were
you're the
informed.
one.
I'm also
who
the
made
one that asked the
these.
lawyer to start coming to the meeting again. But there ain't anybody in a 100-mile radius that'll work with us.
Oh, imagine that.
Okay, are you done with the supervisor
No,
actions?
I'd like to make a motion to censure the supervisor.
I'll second.
Of course.
Imagine that.
Yeah, I know, right? What a surprise. What a
If you
surprise.
saw the legal bills, you might have a second opinion.
How much did you spend on
How
them?
many of them were caused by you, Mr. Campbell?
How much did you
Cause.
The internal
Like what
emails,
one
the
person
month
said,
after
you
they were
went to
fired,
another
we still
person,
reached
Mr.
out to
Eddie.
them.
Probably roughly $60,000.
Yeah.
Those 2 transformers, so just keep that in mind.
Treasurer.
You guys are off doing a lot of heat for that motion.
We have a motion on the floor.
We do have a motion on the floor.
Roll call. Campbell.
Repeat the original motion.
To censor the supervisor.
Censure.
For lying to the township and its citizens.
Oh, gosh.
Bullshit.
Yes.
And I said bullshit.
All right.
Roll call vote. Campbell.
Yes.
Walden. Whalen.
Yes.
DeShano.
Yes.
Eddie. Abstain. Can't vote for myself. Walden.
All I can go by is the facts. And I honestly don't know enough of the facts on either side of the coin to be able to answer that honestly.
You can't actually abstain, you can only vote yes or no unless you have a conflict of interest that you say.
Or lack of information.
It's about, you can say
I can tell you that every bill that I've received has your name on it. So I have to ask that question, why weren't these turned in and why weren't they paid?
Because somebody, I believe, that came into your new office was grabbing the bills to send to the lawyer down for the fire assessment that we're suing. He was copying.
Hold on.
And then he didn't put them back.
Who
Or
came in?
Took them.
Who came into the office?
Charles Campbell came into your.
Hold on. Stop. These are emails that were under invoice.
Printed.
Let me finish. No, they were not. These are invoices that were printed, that were never opened, that were addressed to you and the prior clerk, that I had to go in, because I typed in invoice in the email search engine, that were never opened under the prior clerk. So how did
Under
somebody...
the prior clerk or under the supervisor they weren't open?
Under
I
the
opened them and I printed them and put them out front with a stamp.
Well, then, they were never opened under the prior clerk. And if you printed them out, how come you said in one meeting that you'd never seen them before?
Never seen them before.
Well, you said it, you...
I print them out of my office.
Okay, great. Then why did you say in front of one of the other meetings that you'd never seen them before? You'd never seen the bills from the lawyer. But yet,
I
here
never
we
seen
are.
the bills from Fahey Schultz. Now
But
I
you-
got them.
But you've never seen them from
I've
Swift?
seen all of them from Swift.
Great, then where's
And
the
I
ones,
print 'em.
where's the ones from December? Where's the one from January?
They were all put in the bill pay.
I haven't
in the
seen
sleeve.
them.
They were stamped. They get stamped just like Hyde and
They
everything
haven't
else.
crossed my desk yet, and I've done
Well, I can tell you this.
$250,000 worth of bills in the last week.
When somebody
haven't
goes
crossed
into
my
that
desk.
clerk's office and they pull out all the bills and they take them in another room.
Who's gone into the clerk's office since I've been in there? Where are the bills?
The
Where are
bills
they?
were taken for 3 months. 3 months.
Where are they?
And Kayla was there.
I'm not asking about Kayla, I'm asking where the bill was from
The
December
bills were printed from my email.
that you
printed
never
out
saw.
there.
Got it, that you never saw.
I
The
see
next
them.
thing is,
Where are you
where's the
getting
bill
this
from
shit?
January? Because you said it to last meeting or last month. And then,
You're
where's the,
100% wrong and lying. And-
first of all, one, I do not lie.
Yeah, well.
Come on, guys, the circus is over. Keep on moving.
Yeah,
just
I
said-
said all night.
we're so close to the end.
Now,
Right.
to answer your question, yes, because you saw them. We know
They
you
were
saw 'em.
printed,
Wait a
they were
moment,
stamped.
just a moment. The people have asked a question. So with Fahey Schultz, we have one bill for $6,169 that was just received on January 7th. And that invoice is 1-2. Another invoice for 1-2 is $5,625.
Do you see those bills? Do you know who they came to? Me. Do you know who printed them? Me. Do you see where they're stamped? I stamped them.
And I'm also talking about the Foster Swift bills from
Them are the
December.
ones I'm talking about.
Point of order.
Where's the Foster Swift bills?
I never
We
got
got
any of
this
these
one
things.
here that's $14,280 from Foster Swift. And that bill goes all the way back.
This was during the special assessment district stuff where you were not here until the after fact. You were
We have
brought
a
in.
bill that goes back to 9/18, $4,264. 10/9, $3,855.
Brian, your vote.
11/7, $6,098. Just so that everybody understands.
Hold harmless agreement with Williams Township.
I believe they had a meeting this afternoon, from what Jerry told me, and we were supposed to be hearing back from them on if that was agreeable with their board. That's the last I've heard.
Who created this?
I created that
Okay.
out of a generic copy because they reached out to me and asked if I'd be their primary contact because they were getting too much political flack when they talked to you,
Who's that?
Williams Township. So I said I would find, they asked me about a hold harmless letter. I said there was an email with Supervisor Eddie, he's handling that, I don't want to step. They said we didn't receive that. I says, if I get you a generic one, will you guys modify it how you need to modify it for your happiness? He said, yes, I will. I sent it into the clerk, not clerk, the supervisor, not the supervisor. Oh my God.
One more time.
The treasurer, because I did not have asked it to send it. And from there, moving forward, I've been trying to help them in every which way we can. We have a good election. But they don't want any problems. They don't want any drama. They just want to help us with the election, and they want to move on. And I told him I would do my best to facilitate that and asked him what he needed. He said, I really need a copy of this letter for our board meeting. I said, the whole explaining, he said, just give me a generic, I'll bring it to the board, we'll modify it how we see fit, and then you guys can decide if you want to accept it. And that's what I did.
And their meeting was at 3 o'clock today, I believe, is what Jerry had said.
So I make a motion to sign this hold harmless agreement with Williams Township and Calhoun Township.
Is that new from today?
This is January 7th. Is there a brand new?
No, they're modifying it tonight.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
They are
So
modding.
when it's received.
Modified, they'll send it to us. They'll send it to you.
So when it's received, a motion to sign it when received.
Yes. Per board discussion, because we might want to look at it.
So do we want it to be at the bill pay?
Yes.
Or is that too
We
close
should-
to the election?
It's too late.
Too late?
It's too late.
Okay.
Too late.
Then I second Supervisor Eddie's motion to sign the hold harmless for Williams Township when we receive it.
Roll call. Walde.
Yes.
DeShano.
Yes.
Whalen.
Yes.
Eddie, yes. Campbell.
Yes.
Volunteers for special election board.
This is a special board that will be meeting tomorrow at 7. It's needed for the election that'll be on the 3rd of February. It is the clerk and 2 other members of the board looking for volunteers.
Is the supervisor supposed to be at that?
No, you don't. It can be 2 trustees. It can be
Ouch. Sorry, kiddo.
basically all we're going to do is we're going to appoint the election inspectors, put out the budget for the meal, or meals, plural, and go over a little bit of paperwork. Hopefully we'll have it done in less than 15, 20 minutes. That is the goal.
I will volunteer.
Heard?
Let's do it. Get it done.
Cool.
May I ask a question on the election?
Sure.
Who's paying the election workers? Is it Calhoun or is
Yes.
it, so you're paying the 10 to 15,000 to Jerry Putt and his team for getting out the paperwork, basically?
It was kind of an up to kind of situation in a
Right.
pinch, so it's kind of been a little bit fluid, unfortunately, just to make sure everything gets done. So Dad is working with the clerk's office now. He's providing obviously less support than what was originally discussed if we're bringing people in. So that's in
Well,
flux a
I'm with
little
the
bit.
Board of Canvassers, so
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I wondered.
Well,
these
they've been
questions.
coming in and processing regular. They were here today.
Oh,
They had to reissue some
right.
ballots, so I mean, they're taking care of all of this to make sure that we meet the state mandate.
But a normal election wouldn't cost more than 10,000 to begin with.
Would agree.
No,
And
probably
so-
not.
It should.
If you're also paying, now you're gonna pay the workers, and Jerry's group on top of it,
Well,
and the clerk, and I don't expect you to know what's going on
no,
with
and
an election.
part
at
of
this
the
point.
problem is that myself and my deputy did not have the time to get all of the election training and certifications done.
Well, if I remember right, or if I heard right, the past clerk hadn't any of that training either, and
No.
she'd been here since at least April,
Correct.
and, you know,
It's we're making the best out of a bad situation all around the board. And once we get through the hurdles that we're currently facing, we have every intention of not running into this problem again.
you know, I just can see an expense that,
It's an expense, it's an
Unexpected.
it's not unexpected, but because It is what it is. And
Like I said, I'm
again,
not blaming you, you've only been there.
no,
for
no,
for
no,
goodness
no.
sakes,
But
you know.
what I'm trying to say is that we knew the expense was coming, and we're trying to make the best out of a bad situation. But the problem is that we have two options we can do. We can carry on with the election and pay the bill, or we fail. And failure's not an option.
Oh, failure's not an option, I agree. It's just
So you
I
have
wondered
your
why
two
that,
volunteers.
I do, yes.
I just wondered why that money wasn't coming all out of,
Okay, public comment.
And I hope that answers your question. I'm sorry.
thank you.
Ken McConnell, 760 South Mackinac Road. I watched it tonight, very interesting. They're all picking on supervisors tonight. Every one of you is picking on supervisors. Some reason you'll find something to pick on. No respect for them at all. None. You give it your way, you want your way. How people got come here for an interview today. Two of them. One did a very good job, in my opinion. But you want them, they're not family relation, you get somebody on the outside to come in. Why? I don't know. I spend money in this township. You spend money in this township. But we'll get somebody outside the township. We don't want somebody in this township to have a job. Interesting?
Yeah.
You got any questions for me? I'll bring them on. Thank you.
Thank you. Jeremy Bloom, 2110 Fraser Road. Question for the board. What is our current attorney budget? And why are we using a lawyer for everything versus MTA, a free service to our township? You're not going to answer, of course. One thing we have probably all seen tonight, we find it amazing. The treasurer is now working with the clerk's department. She would not work with Kayla. She bashed Kayla. She treated her completely disrespectful the whole time, as so far as going through whatever they're called the clerk does and finds out how many her deputy clerk does versus how many the clerk did. Have we gotten, I know it was brought up in the meeting, have we gotten how many you've done versus your deputy? That was pointed out in the meeting?
Mr. Whalen asked that.
That was brought up by you. So we're gonna pay the fire chief. You guys have him very upset for the second month in a row. Good job. He's a pretty level-headed guy that you can get him that fired up. We're gonna pay another attorney to look at another lawsuit that we already had started with a previous attorney for $58,000. Charlie, I know you were going after Frazier for a long time. I've sat in these board meetings and heard you. Where did it fall? This falling out of items, you guys, is happening every month. Miss Cooley was here. Where's the hall improvements? Once again, nothing on the agenda for hall improvements. We're tired of hearing the same thing over and over, you guys all bickering. It's getting to be enough. Question for the board. Facebook administrator. I understand it is your wife. Nothing against your wife personally. Is there liability insurance carried by her, or is the township paying for her insurance for social media presence? No, the township is not. Okay. Very upset and for you guys that voted to censor Supervisor Eddy. We've all seen his power stripped in the last 3 months. Brad is doing this not for monetary gain, he's doing it for the best of the township. We've had a lot of supervisors. I've sat through the fire department and as a resident with a lot of supervisors. Everybody has their problems. But to constantly attack is getting ridiculous, you guys.
I agree.
The views that we see, and Charlie, I'm gonna say, I was gonna hold this back, but thank you for speaking up.
Go for it.
Why you sit at this table? You are Charlie Campbell trustee.
I get that.
To constantly say Reverend this and Reverend that,
I don't.
okay, it misinforms township residents. While you were here, I would appreciate it if you could keep it as trustee.
That's what I do.
Okay, appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Public comment. Mr. Gray. What's your address?
3350 Barnett Lane, Bangor Township. Former zoning administrator. sitting with my Colin zoning book today, and I was thinking about that beautiful new building they're gonna build at the road commission. Truck garage and truck wash. Who did the oversight on the zoning review on that project? Can anybody tell me?
Planning commission and
Well, here's what I think is overlooked. That's industrial, and a truck wash isn't allowed in industrial. It's only allowed in C2. Maybe you can go to the ZBA and fix it. Maybe you can fix it through your attorney, but I think once again, you have kind of an ugly breach with zoning, and probably Mr. Lillo and the road commissioners are gonna be extremely unhappy, so you're gonna have to figure out how to fix that somehow to where it's fair. You had somebody that just tried to build a crematorium here, and they got quite a run around, quite a circus, and had a trustee trying to weight the scale on that deal at a meeting he shouldn't even been at. But anyway, somebody needs to look at that and deal with it, because I double, triple, quadruple checked it, and I think you're gonna find that they're started on a project that, of course, the storage building can be there, but I don't believe that truck wash can be there without some kind of zoning change.
thank you.
Yep.
Public comment. Public
Thank you.
comment?
Yes, sir.
Public comment. Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So because it was that meeting, they didn't look for any things, they're supposed to have special use and everything, and
Thank you all for coming.
they put lots of.
I know, and
This is very entertaining.
If I sit too long.
Really?
We'll make it. It's kind of like your lake